Well, hi everyone. So my name is Gusti Puspita Sari. So today I would like to present the result of my article. The topic of my article is the benefits of digital storytelling in improving students' literacy. So let's start with the abstract. So in this abstract, I explain some of the materials or some of the theory, some of the information. Here, I explain about the use of digital storytelling media in learning activities. It has benefits when we use digital storytelling in learning activities because it can make a varied and interesting learning activities that can support learning activities and increase students motivation when the students join the class. And this research and in this literature review, I use a systematic review method to identify and analyze the previous research that has been carried out by researchers that relate to the criteria in answering questions from certain research. And the aim of my study is to know about the benefits of the using digital storytelling in improving students' literacy in learning activities. And the second part, in introduction part, I explain some of the theories. The first things I explain about the use of technology in supporting 21st century learning. Because of in 21st century learning, we know that we have to the students also have to have uh, skills, which is include four skills, which is creativity, critical thinking, communication, and collaborations. One of the use of critical thinking that can one of the way that can increase students' critical thinking is through literacy. So, I put here the theories from the Ministry of Nation Education. So, it explained that basic literacy is the ability to identify, understand, interpret, create, and communication. So, from literacy, it can improve students' literacy ability to think critically in learning activities. So here literacy is not only requires to the reading skills, but literacy is also expanded to the four English language skill, which is include reading, listening, speaking, and writing skills. The next is I explain about the use of literacy in students learning activities. So through reading, students can enrich their vocabulary, and also through literacy, students also can understand the content of the story that they read before. So in this case, when we read something, we can know about anything. But students will get bored easily when reading the book. So in this case, in this phenomena, we can see that uh, the role of the teacher, it also many teachers feel like confused in determining the variety of learning that can be used to improve students' literacy based on demands of 21st century learning. So that's why by collaborating with technology that is more interesting in learning activities. So that's why we need to make a new learning media to make students feel enjoy when they read, and also with the collaboration of the technology that can more, because of the technology is more variation and it also can through technology, it also can provide a variety of learning media, and then this is more attractive to students. It also explained by Permendikbud, because of the teachers in 2013 curriculum, teachers should use technology to collaborate with technology in learning activities, because the use of technology also can improve the skills of teachers in creating the learning environment that is suitable for students in 21st century learning. And one way that can be used in learning media that collaborate technology and also in learning activities is through digital storytelling. So here, digital storytelling is an interesting way to improve students' literacy. According to Shah Ferdin et al., digital storytelling has fun and interesting learning media for students. So because it is it is combined with the illustration and interesting illustration in every scene, so it can make students more motivated in participating in learning activities. So through digital storytelling, we can develop students' creativity in solving problems when they analyze the components of the story. So that's why students can increase their critical thinking in solving the problems in every scene in when they read the story or they watch the story. So in this article, use systematic literature review that aims to find out how the impact of integrating technology, especially digital storytelling, in improving students' literacy. So, based on the predetermined goals that have been mentioned in this research question is in this literature review is what is the benefit of digital storytelling in improving students' literacy? The next is in the next part, which is about literature review. I put two sub of topic. The first is in theoretical review. I put two topic. The first is students literacy. So as we know, students literacy is not only about reading skills, but here, the literacy is include for language skill, which is reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So here also explained by Department of Basic Education, which is basic literacy is the ability to identify, understand, interpret, create, and communication. So that's why through literacy we can also students can also think critically in identifying the problems, understanding the concept, interpreting the data, creating the products, and communicating. So those from through literacy, students can participate in a range of developing speaking, listening, reading, and writing skill. Because of literacy is now is more rightly, it is not only from reading skills only. And the second point I put here about the digital storytelling. So digital storytelling is the combination of the technology with the use of video, image, and also audio that explained by Dogan and Robin on 2008. Digital storytelling is a combination of ideas between the art of storytelling and various multimedia elements by containing computer-based sound and video. So it is a combination of image, sound, and video that can produce interesting learning media that can more that has meaningful stories that can make students easier to understand about the story content. So that's why through digital storytelling, it is more innovation, interesting, and make the students more motivation to join the learning activities. If the learning media is interesting for students, then and students will not get bored easily when they enjoy the learning activities through the learning media that is interesting. And here, students will feel motivated in participating in the learning activities if the learning media is interesting, and this can improve students' ability to analyze the story components, which can later achieve students' learning goals well. And the next part is the empirical review. I put here 8 theories from previous research by some researchers. The first is from Fitness, Nair, and Melor-Medianes on 2021. They explained that digital storytelling can improve students' speaking skill. And the next is from Robin. Digital storytelling is the combines multimedia tools that contain animation and sound that make students feel curious and more interested. And the next is from Smets and et al. It can enrich students' vocabulary. And the next is from Shu, pack and bake digital storytelling, a new way of telling the story to readers based on online, providing a new dimension that combines technology in storytelling. And the next is from our Bernard Arrobin. He explained that digital storytelling is an effective way to support learning activities for students that can increase students' interest and motivation. And the next is from the Gun and Robin. Digital storytelling has been widely not only reading but also for English language, which is include reading, listening, writing, and speaking. Yeah, that support 21st century learning. And the next is for McKelland on 2006 that digital storytelling can improve writing and communication skill. And the last research is from Gills that explain five benefits of storytelling, digital storytelling, that it provides more variety in learning activities, personalize the student's experience, provide interesting lift and comment by a interesting story compare and then to the usual book, can create real life situation, and students increase students in interest and involve students the use of technology and make students more active in a learning process. So the study is use a systematic review method. Well, the next is I would like to explain about the result of my study of my articles. They are the first is the result of the benefits of the digital storytelling in learning activities is digital storytelling can increase students' interest and motivation. And the next is digital storytelling cover a large part in literacy skills, not only about reading skills, but all of the four English language skills, which is reading, writing, listening, and speaking skills. The next is digital storytelling supports 21st century learning because it combines the technology of the use of technology in learning activities that can support learning activities. And for the conclusion, we in this article, student literacy, it is not only includes reading skills but also includes reading, listening, speaking, and writing skills. And digital storytelling contains interesting and fun content with a combination of image and audio that can make students more interested and motivation to participate in learning activities and achieving learning goals. Second, through digital storytelling, it can improve students' literacy, which include reading, speaking, listening, writing, and several other abilities such as critical thinking in solving problems and improve students' vocabulary skills. The third one is digital storytelling support 21st century learning by integrating technology in 21st century learning. So the use of technology, the use of digital storytelling is very appropriate for students to improve students' literacy. So I think that's all for my explanation and presentation about my article. So thank you so much for your attention and see you.